now that we've gotten through the news, we've gotten through all the games. There's a lot going on this week.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's something we gotta do every week, and that is trailer trash.
Trailer trash, dang on, dang on, so get it down.
That's right. We do
Right.
do that each week.
We do that every week. This week
No exception.
is no exception. Exactly. Thank you, Amber. You want to explain trailer trash?
Nope. Apparently, I'm bad
I'm
at
tired.
So what happens with trailer trash is we look at a bunch of trailers that dropped this week,
that.
and then
We
we
talk
talk
about
about them, and then based on no criteria, we pick which one we like the best.
And it's
And
the
then-
winner.
and
Hey man,
that's-
it's an emotional criteria. It's whatever stirs you.
It's not emotional. I operate off pure logic.
Oh, okay.
This is objective. This is ethics in game journalism. We're objectively reviewing trailers.
Speaking of emotional,
Yes.
Oh
There's a dog.
a dog fucking dies in this trailer.
man, the saddest trailer award goes to the one where the dog.
But it
dies.
becomes a sweet
Battle.
ghost dog.
He just
Yeah, and then
becomes
it
a ghost
becomes a
dog.
demon ghost dog and it, like eats your enemies.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
This is the fantasy John Wick
Goes
side-scrolling indie game. It's
Battle-
coming this fall.
This is
which
called
now.
Battle. We haven't mentioned the name of the game. It's called Battle
Yeah.
Princess Madeline.
Madeline,
Which
yeah.
is, yeah, which actually
Madeline.
has,
Something is not right.
Yeah. It's got some very cool art. It's got very cool animation. It's got very cool actual gameplay.
Very Ghosts and Goblins esque
Yeah.
gameplay.
Yes.
That dog keeps dying in the trailer. Loops it back. The trailer loops back around.
She
the
like
dog dies.
It's sad. The tears go on the dog. The dog is like
On the dog, yeah.
But don't
Like, the
worry.
dead body of this dog just held
Dog
in her
is
hands.
brought back.
Like,
Fritz, the grave says. I believe so. I guess the dog's name is Fritz.
yeah, there's like a whole burial scene. They bury the dog. It's
honestly,
sad.
this game seems pretty dang cool to be honest. Like I
Yeah,
like
it
the
seems
art
like a
style
cool
of it.
game.
I like the
yeah. The
idea
enemy
of it.
designs are really neat looking. Like that fat troll
Mhm.
guy gets me every time.
Yeah.
a big old scary tree, just like in Kirby.
Yep, just
Yeah, that's some-
blowing on you. What am I saying?
Do you guys think this is gonna be a side-scrolling action game or Metroidvania?
I think this-
It's the
I-
want of indie games to be a
I
Metroidvania.
Yeah.
feel like this is probably gonna be level based.
I think
you're right.
It
think
looks
so,
like
too.
it looks like more
Feels
in
a
the
little more
realm of
old-school.
Shovel Knight than
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Speaking of indie games, we
Mhm.
got Marvel Battle Lines launched.
Oh yeah,
that
Marvel,
game?
Oh,
small
that-
independent studio.
Yeah, who are they? I've never heard of them.
Smallest indie studio ever. Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this guy, I'm still very confused at how he pays for these comics.
Yeah, so there's a dude walking around outside
Yeah.
New York, and he just walks out with some comics in a bag, and then some lady just attacks him with her cell phone, and then a bunch
As
of cards appear behind
Yeah,
her, and
a
then a
bunch
bunch
of
of cards
Marvel
appear behind
villains.
him.
Like, pictures of the comics? I think you must.
Yeah.
Do you? Is that in the game? Do you get? the
Maybe, or
cards in
maybe
the
it's
game?
like
Do you
implying
scan
that
the
I'm a
actual real
millennial.
comics?
I'm taking it in. I'm gramming my weekly pulls. This is my pull list right here, bros, brojeems.
And then they
It's
have
a
jumped.
story.
I
They
don't
put-
like that they put so many women and minorities in these comic books these days, but man, you know what? Here you go.
What are you gonna do?
I'm
Honestly,
out.
honestly, that
I'm
guy
out.
seems like a dude who would say that.
Yeah.
That guy
Yeah.
seems like, and also he'd like put like a spinning GIF that says "lit" next to the comic for his. Instagram
Hey,
story.
man.
Hey, who
I
d-
do
everyone does that. That's cool.
Yeah, and
I do. That's the only one who doesn't do that.
am I wrong?
So what is he doing? What is does he?
Like,
Is that what is that pay like
Okay.
method that he's doing?
It's either his
See.
phone or a
he's using
watch.
his phone. Yeah, he's playing with his phone. That's a square
No,
reader
no,
that I've just
yeah,
seen
that
in every
square
video.
Yeah, he's
reader.
paying with his phone.
Oh my god!
He's using the NFC
Technology.
little square
He
reader.
doesn't
thing.
have an iPhone.
Rico's
You
mind
can
is
do
a
that.
What?
You know you can pay things with your phone now, right? You just attach a credit card
Fuck
to it.
that.
I can do it with my watch.
Yeah, it goes even farther.
What?
Yeah. Welcome to the future. But
Paper
hey,
money.
don't worry, Carter. You can't make the little cards appear.
Paper money. That's where it is. That's the way of the future. The
You're
way
right.
of the
The
future.
gold standard.
The way of the future. Also, I'm sure this.
Also,
I'm sure this
also,
guy.
This is a mobile game, so the trailer shows nothing. The actual
There's like a little bit here. It looks.
except for the very end.
I
They
can't-
show
I can't suss what the game is.
mobile game trailer is to have a very flashy, like either live action or CG, doesn't matter, but have a very flashy trailer, and in the last like 3 seconds show what the game actually is on
Yeah.
the phone screen.
That's he's not
that's
wrong.
how you do a phone. That's like a phone game trailer.
Apparently it's a card game. By
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet they have different levels on each card. You know, you got the G rank card, you got the A rank, all that stuff.
Pay for better cards.
maybe.
Yeah, for better cards.
I'm
Gotcha,
I'm sure this guy's a fine, upstanding.
I'm sure
young
he's fine.
gentleman.
We-
He
we-
picked Captain America and Captain
Panther.
Marvel to start, so he's
Likes his
probably
captains.
And he played them. Yeah,
Maybe he's a sailor. He's like got out of the Navy and is like walking around. It's like,
he
ah,
is dressed in blue,
Yep.
just like
What
the
a-
ocean. What are we
All right, let's go to the
talking
next
about
thing.
here? What are we-
Next trailer.
There's nothing to this trailer.
Dead House
Fucking
Sonata
Dennis Dyack.
cinematic announcement teaser trailer. That's a mouthful to say.
Yes, it
Justice
is.
is not a thing to be forsaken. Even death cannot still its hand.
Varric
the
the Destroyer.
This is
from from the Bible.
yeah.
Oh, my favorite prophet, Varric the Destroyer.
This is just a lady dancing. She looks
It's my
scary
goth
and gothic.
waifu.
Yeah, goth waifu dancing, and then you got spooky things that come in and pop up on the screen, and
Yeah, it's like full on like jump scare YouTube video from 10 years
I didn't get
ago.
scared.
Like
yeah,
sure.
Ricardo
Yeah,
definitely
Ricardo
didn't
did not
jump
get
at
scared.
all.
Scared the first time we were
Didn't
watching
get
the video.
did not get scooped.
Look, man, I watched Jacob's Ladder yesterday, last
Oh,
night.
man.
That sounds intense.
Spooky movie.
It was spooky.
But this
Tim
trailer has
Robbins.
nothing in it.
Yeah, there's nothing
No.
going on. Apparently,
Nope.
this game is being developed by Dennis Dyack and his new studio. Dennis
Mhm.
Dyack. They show here at the end of this trailer,
Eternal Darkness.
Eternal Darkness, and Two Human, Silicon Knights. That is the Dennis Dyack studio.
Way.
Which
the
The
Dennis
Dead
Dyack
Side
way.
way.
which Eternal Darkness people still
Yeah.
still looked upon
Yeah,
fondly.
me and Matt tried playing that. And
Two
it's
hu-
all right.
Two Human, not so
Not so
much.
much. No.
But
Less so.
Yeah, Eternal Darkness is a game of its time. It has not aged particularly well.
what are you
Also has
talking about?
interesting
I'm gonna
stuff.
be fooled by the thing telling me that the video is incorrect.
The volume is going down on the screen. I didn't hit the remote.
It looks
Yeah,
much different.
That game, I like it's like mythos and its lore. It's like fake Cthulhu, Elder God stuff that's going on. But it old
old.
for sure.
GameCube.
They don't make games like that much though, so it's kind of interesting.
No,
No.
it was a cool game at the time.
We
All
also
right.
played that. We also played that game wrong, Ethan. In that at the beginning of the game, you choose one of the three gods that you're fighting against, and we chose the one that makes all the enemies way harder to beat, and we didnn't realize
That's
that.
why it was so hard. And I was like, this game's
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to the next trailer, which is
What?
another game that I have a lot of trouble playing because I'm bad at it. But actually, no, I just cheat a lot at it. But
You haven't played this game yet. What are you talking about?
Well, it's a
Yeah,
series,
what
okay.
are you talking about?
Hitman
Ethan,
2.
are you gonna play this
Again.
game?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna play
For the
this
first
game.
time.
This game looks great.
This game looks
I
awesome.
was so excited to see you play this game.
Untouchable, all
on your
locations
weekly
revealed.
streams.
They kind of go through every location for like a quick second, and you get to see
Mhm.
Hitman
And
walk
there's a
around
lot
slow
of
motion.
dramatic dialogue on the top of that about what
There's
it's
some
like to be a
shooting. There's some
hitman and
cars
who's-
crashing. eventually.
What's going on? Like, what is?
Is there a suburbia level in this one? Because I'm really hoping there
Are
is.
you a hitman? Why would you become a hitman? What's right and what's
What
wrong?
was
when
it? There
you're
was
evil?
like
That's my
we-
one.
You the
all
one
have-
that take down
everyone has
villains?
barcodes on their heads.
You-
Some
everyone's
just
got
don't know
barcodes
it
on their
yet,
heads.
or something.
Yeah,
Something
some
like that,
just
yeah.
just don't have them not visible or something.
Think
about it.
Uh,
if you think about it, aren't we the Walking Dead all along? Don't you
Oh,
think guys
man.
think that's
oh
the case?
man.
And then you put on a clown costume and you throw a rubber duck at that guy and he blows up.
That's not in any of this trailer. This is a very
No, it's
serious
not.
trailer.
We
No.
talked about this last time we watched a Hitman trailer, which is like
So
Hitman.
serious.
What is it with the Hitman trailers and being like, this game is so serious? I think Just Cause does this too. We talked about this with Just
Yep.
Cause.
Yeah.
Like Just Cause is like, man, is this game gonna be so intense and so serious? Like no one plays it that way. No one plays any of these games
Play for
that
the
way.
grappling hook physics.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for
I-
this game, we play for the silly costumes and
I
the
don't know
madness.
this. I cannot tell you the story of Hitman, despite being in that game.
You skipped it there at the very end, but they show like a
Oh, yeah.
super crazy collector's
Yes, with the-
edition,
with
which
the-
includes
Oh,
an
yeah.
Agent 47 rubber duck.
Yeah.
Yes, and also
Looks
a
great.
carrying case for the game, the rubber duck, and like the other thing that comes with.
Yeah, it's a keychain
something else.
bullet,
Keychain.
a bullet
And a
keychain,
coin.
which I'd say interesting, but maybe don't have that be your main keychain.
Yeah.
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 Sword and Soldiers 2, Schwarmageddon, release date
This
announcement.
trailer shows nothing.
It
This
just
is another
shows-
trailer that shows nothing.
like a
It's
couple of the
really
characters walking
okay.
around. I play a little bit of the original Sword and Soldiers.
Okay.
That game's alright.
What's that? What kind of game is that?
It is a side-scrolling RTS where you kind of just send units and
Okay.
try to like see what the enemy has. You send different kinds of units to attack. They run at each other. It's simple, but it's a fun, enjoyable mobile game, which is interesting because it seems to be coming to PS4. Which
That is
I mean,
interesting.
It could work. I could see it working, but I kind of like the little mobile factor
What is
of it.
that studio? Because that logo looks very familiar there at the end.
Let's
the one
see.
with
It's like
the monkey.
Sonic or what was that? I didn't see
Sonic
what it
Picnic, and then we got a gorilla. I don't know
What
what
is
that gorilla
that?
is. Maybe you should put the name under your logo.
was.
Roman Games?
Oh.
Hard to see.
Looks very familiar. It's not the. Hold on. Well, no, don't hold on. But
Anyway, trailer not super engaging. It's just kind of showed a
Nope.
couple of the characters walking around, and it's like, yep, we're making another one of these, and it's coming out in
Yep.
November. Hope you're happy. There you go.
I'm not, but it exists, so there you go.
I'm not happy.
Speaking of games we
so
didn't know existed, and then suddenly they're out.
Yeah.
What,
But this was announced a while ago, so that's just our
That's just
bad.
our bad.
Yeah.
Thronebreaker.
Although it's got a different name. It's got a different
it
name
does have a
now.
different name. Thronebreaker, The Witcher's Tales
Oh,
official launch
I
trailer.
figured it out.
What was it?
It's Ronimo Games, and they also did Awesome Knots.
Oh, okay.
That's what I remember.
Oh,
Okay.
Knots is pretty
'Cause
good.
Awesome
That
Knots
makes
is a,
sense.
The,
is
the
a really
animation
good
looks
game.
the animation looks similar now.
It
that
Yeah,
does.
you know, when I think about it, yeah, it does. Anyway, this
Thronebreaker.
trailer has a really cinematic trailer, and it's like, man, what is this game? What other Witcher game? What's going on?
Yep.
And it seems almost like Telltale style animation, kind of mixed with some like flat.
I mean,
art.
they use similar animation during like the
that's a
between
good
story
point, you're right.
bits in
Witcher
The
3.
Witcher 3.
So
So-
there's more of that, and we're like, what is this? Is this like a RPG choose your own adventure game? Well, it's actually
It's actually Gwent.
a single player Gwent game,
Yeah.
which
Hey,
Well,
Yeah,
a single
it would've-
player Gwent game, but like with like management and RPG elements
Yes.
in it, which is
I could see working pretty well,
it's
to be honest.
bizarre. Like I'm just very curious about this game.
It's got great reviews so far. I actually did notice this because it started popping up with like a couple people being like, "This is a really good game," but nobody's talking about it. It just seemed to silently come out.
Yeah.
It was announced as Gwent Thronebreaker
Yes.
initially, and now it is called Thronebreaker:
The Witcher
Tales.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Which implies that there'll be other Witcher Tales.
Maybe.
that
They will
it's
be
a
all
big
Gwent
world.
games as well, but they were maybe they'll. I don't know if like that means that they'll all be Gwent spin-offs or if they'll be their own thing. But this is a really cool looking story, like this
This trailer's really cool.
the tale of betrayal and the throne, the breaking,
The breaking
Great-
of the throne.
great.
the
It-
breaking of the throne.
I just love how like serious and like cinematic this trailer is, and then it's like at the end of the day, it's Gwent. You play Gwent. It's
You just
Gwent.
play Gwent.
And it's
Also, we
like,
thought
okay.
it was also funny that it had initially had the Gwent forebearer name in it, and you
Mhm.
you
And
wondered
they've-
that they
they've
took that
since-
out because it's like,
People are confused. They already have a Gwent game.
'cause-
Wow.
and also
Yes.
it's just like maybe some people would just automatically be off put if it's like it is
If it's-
Gwent.
like maybe the 4 people here.
yeah,
yeah.
honestly.
And,
Well,
and the intro at the very beginning of the trailer saw 3 game reviews that are like 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 5 out of
Yeah.
5, and it's like all of them say a breathtaking RPG, a great RPG game, like the most intense game this
Maybe-
year, like it's something like
maybe they
nothing that says anything
realized-
about it being
Maybe they
good.
realized the story was what would get people drawn in, not the gameplay.
Yeah.
Kotaku, 4 out of 5. It's Gwent.
Hey, you know what people like about The Witcher a lot is the story stuff and the world. The gameplay.
What
Mhm.
was
People
I
really
gonna
liked
say?
Gwent though. People really liked Gwent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and to be fair, like, this made me say, hey,
What a wonderful time to play.
yeah, exactly. And then I clenched my fist. This made me say, like, I should try Gwent again, and then
You should do that
immediately
Gwent thing
downloaded Gwent again on my PS4. So, we'll see if
See if you get into
I
that.
actually care about that or if it just sits on my.
I'm more interested in the single
PS4.
player. I think the idea of leveling up like your Gwent cards and stuff like that seems kind of cool. But
Yeah.
But that's just you.
that's just me.
That's only you.
Yeah, maybe, probably. Anyway, Agent A, a puzzle in disguise, which is an interesting name. announcement
This
trailer
looks
for
like a
PS4.
fun game.
This is an interesting like puzzle escape room looking game with the very very stylized art style.
Yeah.
Very 60s kind of
Yeah,
pop
60s spy fiction kind of look.
art. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
jazz punk.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of
Um,
like
I
Incredibles.
Expect You to Die.
Incredibles. Is
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
it.
Incredibles. Like the art style's got like kind of like the 2D parts of Incredibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even like some of that aesthetic from something like Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
Kind of similar silhouettes and
Yeah.
edges and stuff.
Yeah. I could see-
So basically, it looks like you play as this Agent A, and you're chasing a rival agent named Ruby, and she basically sets up a bunch of death traps for you
Yeah.
along the way in escape
Mhm.
rooms, and you're just doing those. But they're all like, again, the art style and the presentation on all these is really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know. There's not too much to talk about beyond that for the game itself, because a lot of the charm comes from the presentation and the dialogue in this trailer.
The art style
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
So it only says PS4 announced, and it's weird because it's like presented in a first person way as if it would be almost like a VR experience, but it does not
Yeah.
say
Right.
PSVR. It
I
just
don't
says
think it is.
I don't
PS4.
think it is.
This also looks like it would work really well with mouse and keyboard, like a point and click kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it
PS4.
not announced for PC, so just PS4 at least right now.
Just PS4.
You can use mouse and
yeah.
keyboard on PS4.
You can. But
Yeah, I
why
guess
would
technically
you?
you can.
If you will it, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game looks really good. And it has a kind of like not serious, kind of like nothing about it is like inherently overly jokey,
Yeah.
but it has kind of like tongue in cheek nature to it. It seems.
Again, like the most slapsticky thing that happens is at the very beginning when
Right.
they open up there's a
Cabinet
a
and-
cabinet with a key on a hook on a
Both
shelf,
acid.
and then and there's like a beaker full of acid underneath, and then it opens the door and there's a slight delay and you hear a crack and the shelf collapses and the key falls in the acid and then just sits there for a second and then it cuts to the rest of the trailer. But
This game's on my radar
Yeah.
now. I'll say that, which is
Yeah,
which is
same
what you
here.
need a good teaser trailer does that.
I like the look. I like the animation.
Got enough gameplay in there to be like, okay, I see what this game is, but it has enough
Yeah, it's a
kind
puzzle
of, like,
game.
story.
Escape room stuff.
I also don't. Again, like this is another one where it's like I don't recognize the studio. I believe it says it's Yak and Co.
Yeah,
But
never heard of
I
Good
don't
name.
know who that is.
Don't know who that is either.
Mhm. Maybe
Could
they're
look
new.
it up,
maybe
but
this is
I'm
their
not
first
gonna.
game.
Look it up after that'll be the
we
after
don't-
show.
We don't have time. We've gone long already, so let's just what wins this week's trailer trash.
There's 3 on here that I actually, as much as the other ones were pretty bad, there's 3 on here that are very strong
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
candidates.
Just so, because you guys are curious, Yak and Co. have only made this game. It looks like it's mostly
Ooh.
2 guys.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good luck on their first game.
So one's name is Yak and one's name is Co.
Together they form Yak and Co.
I know which one I'm picking.
Which
Then-
one?
Which one is
Say
it?
I'm going
you
Agent
cow-
A. I think Agent
Say
A
you
is
coward.
a great trailer that I mentioned earlier. It just encapsulates, it gets you interested. It shows some gameplay. It
Mhm.
shows the art style. It shows the story a little bit. You get everything really from it.
Yeah.
An announcement trailer. Like, this is what I want out of announcement trailers, and I want to reward that.
I agree. I like the art style, and it's engaging and interesting. And I mean, like, I do like puzzle room games, escape room kind of games, so it kind of piques that interest.
What were
in a
your
way.
3?
Princess-
Regardless.
What were my
Battle
3?
Princess Madeline had a dog in it. The dog
The
also
dog
died.
died. That
So I-
gets it a negative.
Sad
point.
about it.
It was Battle Princess Madeline, Thronebreaker in this one.
That's
and
what I thought.
Agent A.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, those are I think the 3 we all like.
Battle Princess Madeline looked all right, but I felt like, I don't know. For me, it was just like we've seen kind of games similar to this before.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna agree with you guys and go with Agent A.
And
for sure.
then for me, The Witcher was like, that's great, but we also didn't know what the game was and literally had to go look
you're
it up.
true.
Yeah.
So,
To have a
Yeah.
dissenting opinion, I think I'm gonna go with Battle Princess Madeline. I think
Fair
it-
that one's great. That
That was a
I
good
was
one.
I was very torn. I
I would
could have.
choose that second.
Yeah, same.
That would be my second place one for sure. I think I was close to that one.
I wish I
Dog
didn't
didn't
love
die.
the
I know.
Yeah.
Star didn't die.
Nice. I wish the art style, the gameplay art style just
Match.
I don't know.
Oh, I liked
Yeah.
it. I thought it was cool.
You wish it like matched the other like animation
Yeah,
art style in there.
That part got me excited. The gameplay aspect less so, but I digress.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, Agent A, Puzzle in Disguise. And I just realized the name is
Puzzles
Agent
in
A,
Disguise.
Puzzle.
A puzzle in
It's not a great name.
disguise.
Should be Agent A, Puzzle in Disguise.
Yeah.
Agent,
anyway.
a puzzle in disguise.
Agent A, A Puzzle in Disguise is the winner of this week's Trailer Trash. Congratulations.
Hey.
Hooray.
Good luck on
Hooray.
your first